Arts Weekly, celebrating regional expression, performance, and creativity, is brought to you in part by the Edward D. and Ione Auer Foundation, the Ian and Mimi Rowland Foundation, the family of Dr. Christopher and Kirsten LaSalle, and the support of viewers like you. Thank you. This is Arts Weekly. Arts Weekly is produced in cooperation with the College of Visual and Performing Arts at IPFW, offering degrees in fine arts, music, theater, and visual communication and design.
Welcome to Arts Weekly. I'm Melinda Haines of the IPFW College of Visual and Performing Arts. In the second half of the show, we'll meet Leslie Horman and Greg Stieber from the Fort Wayne Youth Theater. But first, I'm joined by J.L. Nave, Executive Director of the Fort Wayne Philharmonic, who is here to let us in on the details about what we can expect opening night this Saturday, as well as for the entire season. Welcome, J.L.
Thanks so much.
You know, I think it's amazing that we all of us collectively, you starting your 70th season this year with the Fort Wayne Philharmonic.
Absolutely.
But I bet there's a lot of people out there who are thinking, is there going to be a concert Saturday night?
There is a concert Saturday night. I know we've been in the news a little bit with our contract negotiations, but those talks are continuing and both sides are committed to launching our 70th season in grand style. So we're really looking forward to Saturday night.
Oh, well, it is. Opening night is just always such a special time at the Philharmonic. Now, tell me about this concert in particular.
Well, this is, as we mentioned, this is our 70th opening night in our history, which we're really excited about. We have Alon Goldstein, a pianist, who will be our guest artist, will be performing Mozart's 20th Piano Concerto. Alon was actually here back in 2009, just really brought the house down, so we're really excited to have him back. The second half of the concert will be Rachmaninoff's Second Symphony. That actually was what the orchestra rehearsed last night at our first rehearsal of the new season. I was there, and they just sound amazing. So I can't imagine how awesome it's going to be this Saturday.
Well, you know, I saw them over the summer, some of their summer offerings, and it's great to see them in other venues, but there's just nothing like being in the embassy for opening night.
No, you launch out with the Star Spangled Banner, which is the tradition at the beginning of every season, and just go from there. It's always a special night.
Well, and you said that Alon Goldstein, he's been here before. And tell me about him.
Well, you know, again, Alon been here before. He really performs all over the country, and so we're really fortunate that we've been able to bring him back here. Performs chamber music with orchestras. It's just really he's just a lot of fun to work with, and you know, he's doing some other things while he's in town as well.
Well, there's a master class that he's giving on Friday, I believe. Yes, it's open to the public.
At 4 p.m.
At IPFW in Reinhardt, in one of the rooms. I'm not sure if it's the recital hall or where
I think it's in the recital hall, but
and
I'm sure people that come, we can direct them pretty easily to that.
Well, and that master class, that's a way for him to work with students, you know, that people are kind of looking over their shoulders at a lesson. I mean, that's kind of interesting for people to be able to observe.
Well, it's a great partnership that we have with IPFW because, again, we bring in these incredible artists, and to be able to share those with the music students at IPFW and give them an experience that they probably wouldn't have otherwise. We're happy to do that.
Well, and one thing I want to make sure that we mention, because usually your concerts start at 8, but opening night is kind of a tradition now that it's 6 o'clock. Tell me about that.
It is a 6 p.m. concert. We've been doing this now for 5 or 6 years. Normally we have a dinner after the opening night concert. Couple of years we've not done that. This is one of those years. We're really focused on the concert and the music this year, but we didn't want to keep flipping it back and forth 8-6, 8-6. So we're just keeping it at 6 o'clock. Everyone's used to that. and everyone can have an earlier dinner reservation.
Right, or drinks afterward.
Exactly, exactly.
Now, you have made some changes to the Masterwork series. Tell me what those changes encompass.
Well, we've had two different series, the Masterwork series, which has been around since the beginning, 70 years, and the Chamber series with the Chamber Orchestra. This year we're actually merging those two together. So Masterworks normally had 8 concerts. This year we have 10 concerts.
Oh, okay.
7 of those will be at the Embassy Theater. 3 of those will be at the Hour Performance Hall at IPFW. Okay. So this is something a little new for us. We have done some of our classical concerts out there, particularly our Audience Choice, which is part of the Masterworks series.
Right.
So that's part of the 10 concert series. We'll do 2 other concerts out here at IPFW as well.
So will all those concerts be the full orchestra then, or if some of them are if the Chamber series is moved into that, are any of them smaller?
Well, actually, they will all feature the full orchestra, and so but we'll have chamber-sized pieces throughout the whole season. So not just the concerts at IPFW, but at the Embassy as well. So that's how the Chamber series is really rolling into the Masterwork series. It's not just certain concerts on maybe a little bit smaller stage. You're going to see full orchestra at IPFW, full orchestra at the Embassy, chamber at both as well.
And something else you're starting new this year, I think this is very exciting, these preview concerts. Tell me about these preview concerts and how you came up with this idea.
Well, with the Chamber series being merged in, one of the things with the Chamber series is we had Friday morning performances, and those were very popular, especially people that couldn't or didn't want to attend a performance in the evening hours. We had that available, so we wanted to keep that option open to those patrons that were looking for a daytime option. So these are the dress rehearsals for our Masterworks concerts. We're doing 3 of them this year. The first one is October 12th. That will be at the Embassy Theater. We have 2 more in the winter and spring. Both of those will be at the Hour Performance Hall. If you have a ticket for the evening performance, it's included with your evening ticket, so those are free for our evening patrons. But if you are just interested in the preview concert, maybe that's all you can attend, certainly give us a call and we can give you all the details on how to attend those.
And those are in the mornings, did you say at 10 o'clock?
10 a.m. on Saturday morning.
Okay.
And so they'll see the guest artists, there'll be interaction with Andrew, our music director. It'll be a really neat experience, especially for people that maybe have wanted to peek behind the curtain a little bit and see how the finishing touches put on an orchestra performance.
And are you serving refreshments at that?
We are serving refreshments. That was something else that we're bringing over, so we'll have coffee and Danish and all sorts of neat little goodies to warm the tummy.
Going to have a happy heart and head and stomach all together.
We are taking a holistic approach to this experience, for sure.
One thing I think a lot of people don't understand, because they go to a Philharmonic concert, on a Saturday evening, get all dressed up, and they see the show, and it's wonderful. But kind of take me through the week. What happens? How do the musicians prepare for that big performance on Saturday? I know you get a little sneak peek by going to the preview concert.
That's right.
But what happens even before that?
Well, the musicians only get 9 to 10 hours of rehearsal time as the whole orchestra. So if we're doing almost 2 hours worth of music, you can imagine they don't get a whole lot of run-throughs on that. And so really the orchestra rehearsals themselves are all about putting the individual instruments together and the ensemble and the balance and everything. So we expect musicians to come in knowing their parts inside and out. And so for 2, 3, sometimes even more weeks, depending on the piece, musicians are doing their individual practice. And we have musicians that, because of the number of concerts we do a year, our musicians are preparing multiple concerts at the same time. So if they're preparing 2, 3, 4 weeks out, we might have 4 or 5 different concerts going on during that time period. So they're constantly doing individual practice. So when they come in for that limited amount of ensemble rehearsal time, they know what they're doing, and then it's just a matter of a little faster, softer, louder, whatever.
Bringing it all together.
Bringing it all together.
Well, you know, you've got your family concert series again, too. Tell me about the different, there's 3 concerts in that this year, correct?
There are 3 performances in our family series. Those are also out here at IPFW at the Hour Performance Hall. We have our Halloween Spooktacular, which we do every October, which is a lot of fun. Peter and the Wolf, a very traditional, well-known tale. And we also have Carnival of the Animals, which is a great piece of music that really demonstrates the animals through the different instruments.
Right.
And we have pre-concert activities before those concerts, instrument playground, but also arts and crafts and other activities that are themed around the concert theme as well. So we'll have costume-related things for Halloween Spooktacular. I'm sure we'll have a lot of animal-related themes for Carnival of the Animals.
Well, that's just a wonderful way for the whole family to get involved and to introduce children to classical music.
These are great concerts for children and adults alike. I mean, this is
accessible.
Real serious music. We're not going to perform a 65-minute symphony with no breaks. I mean, that's not what it's about, but it's 60 to 70 minutes of shorter pieces, very interactive, but it's that same great orchestra on stage. So sometimes we have adults that just come to the family concerts because they're a lot of fun.
They are.
Yeah.
Now, and also fun is the pop series. You know, tell me kind of quickly here what we can expect from the pops this year.
Well, we start out with a soulful concert with John Pagano. We have holiday pops, music of John Williams, Broadway, Cirque. It's really an action-packed pop series
and
this year.
that Cirque show, you're going to have acrobats doing
There will
things
be
on
people
the stage.
doing things, flying around above the orchestra. It's quite a sight.
Okay,
for the audience and the orchestra as well.
That would be interesting while you're playing to watch that. Fryman series, a little different this year.
Well, and the Fryman series really feature many of our principal musicians, some of our other musicians as well. These are chamber ensemble concerts. We do them at the History Center on Wednesday nights and at the Reinhardt Recital Hall on Sunday afternoons. And these are concerts that the musicians themselves create. They program these concerts.
Very small, intimate.
Very small, very intimate. You're almost as close to the musicians as you and I are. So
it's
a great way to have a very up-close, personal musical experience.
Details on this Saturday's concert.
6 p.m., as we know, at the Embassy Theater. You can give us a call at 481-0777 or go on our website at fwphil.org. We have a lot of information on our website about the concert. You can even read more about the artist and the pieces that we're performing. You can buy your tickets online. We're really excited.
Everything you need.
Everything you need right there, fwphil.org.
Thank you so much, JL.
Thank you.
While we get ready for our next guest, Leslie Horman and Greg Stieber, please take a minute to view our performance calendar of what's coming up in our area. You also can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. We'll be right back to hear more about Fort Wayne Youth Theater's production of Little House on the Prairie, Mary's Story.